Okay, Grandma, the first question is, now where did you go to school?
Nestle School.
Nestle School. Was it just a small country school?
Well, that was just a country school, the Nestle School.
Okay, did you have to walk to school then?
Well, of course.
How many miles or how far was it?
Oh, I think it was about 2 miles. No, I don't think it was that far. Maybe a mile and a half.
Okay, was it like grades 1 through 6?
A what?
Was it grades 1 through 6?
No, they were 1 to 8.
Oh, 1 through 8.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of?
At first, we only had 7 months school.
Oh, there was only 7 months school.
Yeah, from 1st of October to the last of April.
Oh.
But then I didn't go to school anymore. Then they had 9 months too.
Oh, okay. How many grades? I mean, how far did you go in school?
4th grade.
Oh, you just went up through 4th grade.
That's all.
Okay.
What I know, I learned by myself.
Is that right? Wow. And how many kids usually were in your grade? Did you have? Or even in the school?
Just 1 or 2. That we were a small school district, because that Rush Lake and that swamp, they took all that belonged in that district. You see, there was no, but just on the northwest side of the schoolhouse, people were living. On the other side was all swamp and the Rush Lake and stuff.
Oh, so this was in Rush City then. Did your parents always live on the farm where Uncle Herman lived?
Yes, they always lived on the farm.
They always lived on, oh, okay.
They
always lived there, so you never lived anywhere else but there?
Where?
You never lived anywhere else but where Uncle Herman and Aunt Marie lived?
Well, I was only 15 when I worked out.
Where did you work at?
And for an old lady that time.
Where was that?
In Rush City.
In Rush City. Okay. Do you remember any stories that your grandparents used to tell you?
What?
Do you remember any stories or anything your grandparents used to tell you, or your parents? I mean, anything that, they used to do, or... I mean, do you remember any stories they used to tell you?
Oh, you mean my old folks?
Your folks or your grandparents?
Oh, yeah, my grandparents didn't live far from us.
Where did they live?
They lived in a little house, maybe about 1 or 2 acres from us.
Oh, okay.
They had a little house, and that's where my grandparents lived.
Oh, okay. Okay. When you were in school, did you have any special friends, or? When you were in school, did you have any special friends that you remember?
Oh, yeah, when we went to school, we used to be with the Pangerls and Millie Dozy. And then when we went to catechism, we always had to walk through here. Then we used to have that Margaret Larkin and Alice Menard. What was her name now? I forgot it. Irene Higgins.
Were these neighbor girls, or?
Well, Irene Higgins was close neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
But the other ones I met the way we went along the road, see them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you went to school with them? Did you go to school with them then too?
No, to catechism.
Oh, to catechism you went with them. Okay.
Yeah. The school friends was only them Pangerls and that Millie Dozy and the Smiley girls.
And oh, okay.
It was a
I suppose all of them are gone now.
If there was about 24 or 25 kids who went to school there during the year, that's all.
That's about it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And then your dad and your grandfather, they both farmed?
What?
Did your father and your grandfather, they both farmed?
Yeah.
They all had their own farms?
Well, my dad used to work in the cities and the breweries all the time till he got married, but he had that 80 acres already.
Oh.
And then when he got married, he moved on the farm, and that was in 1894.
Oh, okay, so that was before you were born then? That was before you were born.
Yeah.
That he moved to, but he
I
had
was
worked in a
born in
brewery.
1896.
Yeah. And so he worked in the brewery in the cities? He
Uh,
worked in the brewery in the cities? The brewery, that's where he worked, was in the cities then before he moved up here?
yeah.
Which brewery was it, do you remember?
My dad used to work in the Hamsbury and the Schmitzbury.
Oh, he worked in both. Or, oh, okay.
Wittenberg, Germany.
Oh, okay. So he worked in Wittenberg, Germany in the brewery too then?
Well, no, I don't think he did. I don't know. But he come over when he was 21 to skip the draft in Germany.
Okay.
And then he always told us, then he landed in Maryland in a college there, and he worked there for 3 years to learn English and to read English. He was so for that reading.
Oh, well, you are too. You like to read. You read a lot of books and stuff.
So that's the way it is.
Yeah, okay. Did your family ever have any certain holiday traditions that they did every Christmas?
Now what?
Holiday traditions. Did they do anything special at Christmas or anything?
Well, no, because we were so many and Mother had enough to do. But when I got married, we used to have Christmas and the holidays. We always celebrated Christmas because my husband's birthday was the 24th
That's
of
right.
December.
That's right, I forget. Grandpa's birthday was the
We
24th.
always had Christmas then.
Okay, okay. But I mean, you didn't fix any special foods every year, just
But it always was chicken.
chicken. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And now it seems like it's turkey. Now it seems everybody fixes turkey.
Yeah, I know they do.
Oh. And did you ever work before you were married, or
What?
did you ever work in the cities?
Oh, yeah, a lot of places. I don't remember the names of those people.
Did you
no more.
what, do housekeeping or?
Just for housework. But I worked in a sewing shop once too for, well, I think for near 2 years, but I don't know the name of it no more.
Okay, and that was before you were married though.
Yes, I never was away after I was married.
Okay, so like, what kind of transportation?
Huh?
What kind of transportation did you use to get around? Like horse and buggy, or? I mean, you probably didn't have cars back then, did you?
Well, I drove a lot of horses.
Did you?
Yes. And I often think Sister Annie, she was always so scared of animals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I know I always had to go in the pasture and get that old horse. And I'd harness him up, and when I was all through, then she'd come with me.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, she was so scared of everything all the time.
Wow, that sounds like kind of like, remember Vicky?
Huh?
Remember my cousin Vicky? She used to always be so scared of the animals. Vicky, Vern and Bob's little girl. Remember Vicky?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was always scared. Remember, she'd come to the farm.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
yeah, that kind of sounds like like her. How did you and your brothers and sisters always get along?
Oh, I always got along with them because
Well, there's so many of you. That
I know
you have a
it, but
regular
you
war
see,
if you ever had a
when
fight.
I was 15, I went working already, so
So you pretty much, did you leave home
Yeah.
at 15 then? Did you leave home at 15?
huh?
Did you leave home then at 15 or?
Well, I worked for, she lived for an old lady I had to work.
And you
Oh,
lived
I
right
think
there?
that was about 5 miles from our place.
Oh, and you lived right there then, or?
Huh?
Did you live at the old lady's house?
Yes.
Oh, you stayed right
I
there?
did the housework there.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, now where did you meet Grandpa? Or how did you guys meet, or did you have any other boyfriends before Grandpa, or?
Well, I had one Swede. I went with him a little while, but not very long.
Did ya? A German went with a Swede, huh?
Huh?
A German went with a Swede. A German went with a Swede, is that what you said?
If I remember what.
You said you went with a Swede? Is that what you said, or? A Swede.
Oh, his name?
Yeah, what's his name, do you remember, or?
God, I don't even know no more.
Oh. So how did you and Grandpa meet then?
Oh, through my aunt and uncle, them Olsons, and in Pine City. That was my mother's sister. And I went up there to sew for them.
Oh, okay.
And then that's how I met them.
Oh, okay. How long did you guys go together before you got married? Did you go together a long time before you got married?
No,
Do you remember how long, or?
Oh, I don't know. It wasn't too long.
Oh, okay. And how many people stood up for you and Grandpa when you got married?
Just my sister and my brother.
Which sister and brother?
Well, Louise, well, she's dead for years
Louise,
already.
okay.
And then Herman.
Oh, Louise and Herman, okay.
But he's living in, but he don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes I get so lonesome with somebody to talk to from years ago. I often think when they say, you get too old, you ain't got nobody anymore. Your brothers and sisters are all gone, and my old friends are all gone, and I'm here by myself.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's why I come visit you once in a while, Grandma.
Huh?
I said that's why I come and visit once in a while.
I'm glad.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you had four children, Evelyn and Arnold and Sandy and
Well, I
Herman.
had Evelyn, Arnold, Sandy, and Herman.
Now how did Sandy get his name? How did Sandy get his
Well,
name?
his name is Alexander.
Alexander, but how did...
Well, Grandpa just died. Was it? Sandy was born on Monday and Grandpa died on a Wednesday, I think. My husband's dad. And so we named him after the grandpa.
Okay.
Alexander, and my dad's name was Joseph. So his name is Alexander Joseph.
Okay, but who named him Sandy? Or how did you get the name Sandy?
Well, we shortened it that way. I don't know.
Oh, you shortened it that way? Okay. I just thought...
His name was Alexander.
Yeah, I knew that.
And there was an Alex, a young Alex already, so we couldn't call him Alex, so we called him Sandy.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe because either he had sandy hair or something. I thought maybe because he had maybe sandy hair or something. You know? Okay.
That's why that happened.
Okay. Now, how long was Evelyn sick? How long was Evelyn sick? Was she sick a long time?
When Evelyn died?
Yeah. Was she sick a long time, or?
I had her in bed 18 months.
18 months.
She had rheumatic fever when she was 6 years old.
Okay.
I think, and then she got better. And then when she was 12, she was, during the Christmas vacation, they got the flu, them kids. And she got rheumatic fever then and never got over it. Then she lived a whole year till the next year, till the 2nd of February she died.
Yeah, she was like, what, 15 or something?
Huh?
Was she 15? Is that how old she was?
No, she was 13.
Oh, she was only 13.
Yeah.
Okay. When she died, she was 13.
Huh?
How old was she when she died?
Well, she was 13
She was 13.
when she died.
Oh, she was 13. Okay. Okay, gosh, she was younger than I thought she was.
She was born in 1922. How old would she be then?
1922. Well, let's see. Dad was born, and she'd be 3 years old. She'd be 71.
Yeah, 71. That's what I think.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So, can you think of any other stories or anything that you remember when you were a little girl?
What we did?
Yeah. What you did for entertainment, or
well,
we go to dances, or
we were just by ourselves all the time. We were so poor and there was nothing to go around with.
What were the wages like back then? Like you worked for those little old ladies.
I think it was $8 a month.
Oh, really?
Yes, my God.
Yeah, the kids nowadays don't realize how lucky they have it. Huh?
And then we thought we was getting rich by it.
Wow. Yeah, the kids nowadays.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah, they sure don't realize how lucky they have it nowadays, huh?
Huh?
I said the kids nowadays don't realize how lucky they've got it.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah. Yeah, so... Well, when you guys got married, did you have a very big wedding at all? Or
what?
When you and Grandpa got married, did you just get married? Did you get married in the church then?
You were sure we got married in church.
In Rush City, I bet.
Yeah, in the Sacred Heart Church in Rush City.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so did you have any kind of a reception, or did you have some kind of a reception or anything?
Nothing.
Nothing. You just got married in the church and that was it back then. What day of the week would that have been? I mean, did you get married?
Huh?
What day of the week did they get married back then? Any day, or like what day of the week did you get married? Was it on a Saturday?
Oh, on a.
You remember?
I think it was on a Tuesday.
Yeah, back then they got married.
And that was on the 23rd of November we got married.
Okay. Let's see what else I should ask you. Yeah, if there's any other stories you can think of, and
I tell you, when I grew up, we were so poor, and I don't know, we never got no place, but just with the neighbor kids, but we always, we were happy by it. We never would, that you would discuss anything. Didn't know any better, and we used to play together and have a good time.
well, that's good. That's good.
I
Now, were all you kids born at home?
Huh?
Were all you kids born at home?
Yes, right at home, yeah.
You were. They had doctors though that came in, or
First was Dr. Wiseman. I think I had Arnold, just Evelyn that time. By Arnold, I had Dr. Strady already.
oh, okay.
Oh, come on in.
Come on in, Jenny. We're doing an interview.
I don't want to be on the film.
Well, that's all right. You can sit right here. I've just got the camera on Grandma anyway.
She wants my history.
Well, yeah, I said instead of writing everything down,
Yeah,
I said I'm gonna just video. Otherwise, I forget or you can't,
Yeah.
So yeah, well, I almost got everything anyway. So we're, just
She
about done.
said, did you say Dale's son is writing a book?
One of the kids was doing something and they wanted to
And they're writing a book?
Yeah, and they want some information. Dale calls me and I said, well, I don't know some of this stuff. And I said, I've been gonna do this for so long, and stuff. But I think I got pretty much everything anyway, Grandma. So I mean, that was.
Now you know my history.
Well, that's good. I mean, and getting it on tape is even better.
That's right.
So I'll turn it off and we can visit. There we go. That way we'll have it. Duck down here. Okay. Now you and Grandpa moved on the farm where Great-Grandpa and Grandma lived, right? When you were after you
When I
married?
got married, we rented that farm, but they lived in they lived in the front room there, and the bedroom they had. We had the kitchen and the dining room.
Oh, so you just rented when you first got married there?
What?
You just rented from them?
Yeah,
When you
first
first
we
got married?
just rented the farm from him,
Oh.
and finally we bought it. I don't know what year we bought it anymore.
Oh, but Grandpa was still living, Great-Grandpa was
No,
still living too? He was gone already?
He had cancer, He died when Sandy was born.
Oh, okay.
He died on, Sandy was born on a Monday and he died on a Wednesday.
Oh, okay, but he had cancer though. Oh,
And that's
okay.
why we called Sandy after the grandpa,
Oh, okay.
Alexander Joseph.
Okay. Okay, and then Grandma lived with you for many years.
Well,
and-
then Grandma lived with us all that time.
Okay. Okay. Did you guys have any pets at all, or did you have horses back then?
Well, that's all we had to farm with horses.
Horses? Did you have?
I drove a lot of horses.
Did ya? Did
You
they have
betcha.
certain names, or
Huh?
did they have any names? The horses?
Well, that one team we have is Junie and Barney. Then we had that Fanny and that Danny, I know.
Okay. Now that horse skin that Debbie bought at Sandy's auction. Now
Yeah.
what horse was that from?
That was from Dan.
That was from Dan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you buy that?
No, I didn't. Debbie did. Debbie Pangerl. Bernard's Debbie. She
What
has that.
What is she doing with it?
Well, I'm not real sure.
Huh?
I'm not real sure, but she's,
Yeah.
into horses.
Oh, I see.
She likes horses.
I see.
But what year did Dan die then? And
Huh?
what year did the horse die?
Well, I really don't know, but I know, I think in the beginning, we don't think we was married very long when that happened, because then we had that lap robe meat, but we never could use it. Couldn't take it to town, they'd steal it.
Oh.
Just when we went in the company around the neighborhood, visit like that.
Oh, so you had that made from the horse then?
You had that made from a horse.
Oh, but you never wanted to use it because you're scared someone's going to steal
What?
it? You never wanted to use it because someone would steal it?
I used to have it on, I had that little old couch in the living room. First we got married, we didn't have no money, we didn't have no furniture.
Uh-huh.
And I had that on that couch all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Yeah, I forget what she paid for it, but she was happy
I
with it.
really don't know.
Yeah. Did you have any like dogs or
Huh?
did you have any pet dogs?
Pet dogs?
Yeah.
No.
You never had a dog?
We always had a dog, but not really, just, in the last years we never had no dog no more then.
Yeah. Okay. Now you had quite a few of your brothers moved to South Dakota. You guys never moved to South Dakota or anything,
Who,
did you?
me?
Yeah.
I was out there quite a few times.
Yeah, but you never really lived out there though, did you?
No, but in a way, the other day I was thinking about that prairie out there. One way it was kind of nice, and then with those, some places there you couldn't farm it with them
Yeah.
little hills like that.
Yeah, when we went through South Dakota just a month ago, Dad, we kind of, we're talking about the family, because we went through McIntosh,
But my brother, he had a beautiful ranch and a nice home and everything on there.
Wow. So what kind of meals did you used to cook? I mean, just the,
Huh?
did you used to cook a lot of meats and potatoes and
A lot of dumplings.
a lot of dumplings? That's always a favorite. A lot of German.
I'm so hungry for some dumplings with some good gravy like I used to make. I used to like
You
that.
used to make the best. I used to like your horseradish gravy.
Yeah, oh God, is that good.
Oh, I used to love that. That was good gravy.
Sometimes I really get hungry for some. And it wasn't hard to make, just make a milk sauce, and then put a little horseradish in it. But never put it in any aluminum pans or anything like that.
Oh, really?
Because that horseradish,
Yeah.
that aluminum just turns green right away.
Oh,
So
really?
you always had to be in,
Like
what do you
stainless
say,
steel?
porcelain.
Or porcelain?
Yeah,
finished? Okay.
but it was good.
Oh. And then I remember you used to make those cow tits.
Huh?
You used to make the
Yeah,
cow
those
tits?
were good too.
Yeah, those were really good. Aunt Leona made some not too long ago, and I had some of hers.
Who?
Aunt Leona
Oh.
had made some. I was at Ladez's one day, and she had brought some over. And I hadn't had those since you made them.
Huh?
I hadn't had any of those since you made them.
Oh, well, you see, years ago, where my mother come from, and Eddie's both, all them old people, was a poor country in Bohemian there. And there's potatoes. Everything was used out with potatoes. That stairs used to be made out of potatoes. Those dumplings are made out of potatoes. You know
Well,
what
potatoes was probably a cheap vegetable.
Huh?
Potatoes was probably cheap. You
and
could grow them.
long ago I read Ireland, if it wouldn't be for those potatoes, they'd all starve to death there.
Wow.
Oh, I got a card from Ireland.
You did? Oh, from Ellen.
Yes.
Yes, she called me when she got back.
Did she?
Uh-huh.
She sent me a card.
Yeah, she said that she had sent you a card and stuff. I guess she
Her
had a
dad
nice
is
time.
still living.
Yeah, he's 82, I think.
Yeah, that's when she went out to see
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, she goes out. Usually she goes out every year, I think.
Well, I think all those countries were poor.
Yeah.
That's why people come in here.
Well, sure. Yeah, it's expensive over there now, too.
Huh?
It's expensive over there now.
Yes.
Anything you do over there is expensive, But,
Often think of my dad said when he was in that college, well, he was so for reading, and learning. So that's why he worked there 3 years just to learn English and to read.
Wow.
And he could read Russian, anything.
Is that right? Wow, that's interesting.
He always said, if you don't read nothing, you don't know nothing.
Well, that's probably true.
That's what he told us all the time.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you don't read nothing. He used to say you don't know nothing. I like to read too. I read a lot.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I know you always like to have, something to read.
Then when I was, since I'm in here, of course, when I was on the farm, I never had time to read.
Well, yeah, you're probably out, in the garden. Or...
Since I'm in here, I read a lot.
Did you guys have a lot of company? Did you go out? Did you go visit the neighbors and stuff? Or?
Oh yeah, we did. When I often think used to walk down to my Grandma Pangerl, up to Earhart's, up to Peter, Carrie, Evelyn, and.
Oh sure. Did you play a lot of cards?
Yes, I like to play cards yet.
Well, I know that.
How do you know that?
Well, I know you have to. You play cards once a week yet, don't you? You still play cards once a week, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
500.
Yeah. So how old were you when you learned how to play 500?
Oh, I learned that when I worked by Curtis Johnson's. And I was married when I was 24. I think it was around. I worked there about 3 years. I think when I was about 21 or 22. They had some teachers just rooming there.
Oh, okay.
And then they always needed one more player. And that's how I learned. And sometimes I thought, I'm not going to play again. I'm tired working all day. So then they called me again. You have to play again, being short of one partner. That's why I learned to play 500 like that.
Oh, okay.
And I still like it.
Well, I know you do. I know.
But now in the evening, bunch of women play rummy.
Oh, okay. Okay, well that's kind of nice.
See, 500 is kind of hard for some people to learn how to play.
Yeah, I still get confused. I still get confused on 500. I'm not real good at that.
But rummy, anybody can play.
Yeah, see, I like playing rummy.
That's why we play rummy in the evening quite a bit.
Well, I remember I used to come over to your house on Sunday afternoons and we used to play. Remember that when we lived across the road from you?
And what?
When we were little, we lived across the road from you. We used to come over on Sundays and play rummy.
I remember when you used to sit on that porch by that table there all the time, cutting them dolls out of them catalogs.
Oh, that's right. Gee, I forgot about that.
Did you?
Yeah, you have to remind me. See, you got a better memory than I do. Gosh. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I often think when I babysat with Eddie like that, he really was good. He never made me no trouble,
Mm-hmm.
Now, when he went outside, I always said he got to stay around the house. He doesn't go away from the house.
Mm-hmm.
Because I couldn't watch him all the time.
Yeah.
I can see him come over yet. The dog, the sheep, and the cat.
Yeah.
He always had that sheep,
Yeah, I know. That was...
Did you lock it up one time and they was going to sell it?
Yep, I went and I didn't want him to sell that sheep, little Tiny. So Tiny and I hid behind the tractor in the shed until the trucker left because they couldn't find us. And then one day when we went to swimming lessons, Dad shipped it behind my back. So I was so upset.
Yes, the way it goes, Judy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just it. So all your neighbors there on the Brunswick Road were like Heinigers and Grosses. I says all the neighbors on the Brunswick Road then like Heinigers and Grosses and Earhart's.
Well, there's nobody left from them.
They're all gone.
Well, Hattie was in here quite a while ago. Well, there's nobody left. The Peterses are all gone.
No, that's right.
Annie Peters, she got 101 years old when she died here. And Rosa Earhart's are all gone. God, I often think how many times we used to go up to them Bill Earhart's. And Herman, he worked one time with him putting up snow fences like that.
Oh, okay.
He was only 15 that time, but he wanted to earn the money to buy a shotgun. I
Okay.
have to ask him sometime if he's got that gun yet.
Oh, for crying out loud. Well, yeah, if you want to get something, you earn
Huh?
it. If you want something bad enough, you can work
Yeah.
for it, you know.
Well, I can hear my dad tell us kids that if you want to get to something, you got to work for it. And that's really so.
Yeah,
When you think of all them tramps that run around the country that don't want to work, and then the government got to take care of them.
yeah, that's true. Now, did you guys ever go to any dances or anything? Did they have
Huh?
Did they ever have dances back then?
Well, I don't know. We never got to none of them.
You
I
didn't?
think they did. I really don't know.
You guys didn't go to any of them.
See, everything is so different now than what it used to be.
Oh, I'm sure. But you always had a big garden, though.
Huh?
You always had a big garden.
Yes, I love that. And I miss my fresh vegetables, I
Oh.
can tell you that much.
I miss your karabis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we used to come over and eat those karabis
I
right out of the
know
garden
it,
raw.
I know it.
That was the best thing. I used to like them. Yeah.
Yeah, I miss my fresh vegetables. I often think of how good they were.
Yeah, you just don't get
Even
vegetables in the
we
stores.
just canned vegetables, that's nothing against them fresh ones.
That's true.
See, that's all we get here.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah,
I
well.
often think how good that old German Krautsalat used to be.
Oh, I love that. I don't know how to make that.
Don't you?
No, I can make dumplings.
Can you?
I know how to make dumplings. But
But oh, I
Grautzel, Mom
said-
makes it.
I often think too, as soon as there was some cabbage, Mother used to make that Krautsalat, and that was so good.
You used to make homemade sauerkraut too, didn't you?
Huh?
Didn't you used to make homemade sauerkraut?
Yes,
The
we
big
made a
crocks?
lot of sauerkraut.
I remember that.
We used to eat it raw.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that takes a long time to make sauerkraut, don't it?
No, it don't.
Don't you have to let it
Well,
sit
you
or
gotta
something?
let it sit till it gets sour, but it don't take too long.
Don't it? Oh, okay. Oh,
If anybody lived on sauerkraut, was Uncle Henry's out there.
well, they had a lot of kids to feed too,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Oh, Dolores was in here to see me not so long ago.
Oh, was she?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Yeah.
And Bertha was in here too one time. She was down from Duluth.
Oh, she was. Oh, I haven't seen her for a while.
Huh?
I haven't seen her for a while.
No, I suppose
Yeah,
not.
she called me one time when she was going through the cities,
Yeah.
but otherwise I haven't talked to her for a while. But yeah.
And they say Milie's husband out there, that
Oh, Leo.
he's got cancer.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing too well, from
No.
what I've heard, you know.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, Judy.
Yeah, so, and then you lived through the Depression, right? I mean, you,
Huh?
how old were you when, you lived when the Depression, did that hit you guys real
Oh,
hard?
that was in 1929, you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, so did that hit you guys real hard?
Well,
Did you
we
guys lose a
farmed,
lot, or?
We made it go.
Did ya?
Yeah, milk cows and ship milk out, and I don't know, we didn't seem to mind it.
So, you know, it wasn't like a lot of people that lost a lot of.
I know it. See, so many banks closed up that time, and so many people lost their money.
Okay. So you guys didn't really lose that
Huh?
much. You guys didn't lose that much then.
No.
Okay.
Well, that was during the Depression when all them banks closed up. And then when Roosevelt got in, he got it going again.
Okay. Now your parents came over from the old country though, right? Your parents both, did they get married over in the old country?
No, they got married here.
Oh, they met
They
here
got
though?
married in Rush City,
Oh, they did.
1880. 1884, I think.
Okay.
They got married in Rush City.
Did they know each other in the old country at all?
I know. They met in St.
here.
Paul.
Oh, they met in St. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Did your mother ever work at all in the cities, or had she ever worked?
Well, she worked before she got married when she come over here.
Oh, do you know where
she
she
worked in the cities.
Oh, okay.
They all did housework that time.
It was just basically house cleaning for.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I don't think there's any other questions unless you can think of something else you want to tell me.
Huh?
I said I don't think there's any other questions unless you can think of something else you want to
No,
tell me.
I don't know nothing.
You know. So I think I, got quite a bit. So maybe we should go down and have some coffee with Jenny, huh?
Well, yeah, when she comes back. You know,
Well, was she gonna come back here, or was she gonna meet us?
Yeah.
Okay, Grandma. Now, what poems did you learn when you were in school? You remember any poems?
You what?
Your poems. Do you remember the poems?
What are you doing? Walking.
Can you recite some poems that you learned in school?
Oh, I got a couple of books on
Yeah. Do you remember the poems? You were just
about poem.
poems. You know those were poems you recited in the coffee room.
I don't hear it all no more.
Those poems you recited in the coffee room. Do you remember those? You know the one about the leaves.
Come the leaves of the wind one day. I
Yeah.
know that one.
Okay. Why don't you just recite that for me?
What?
Recite that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come the leaves of the wind one day. Come over the meadows with me and play. Put on your dresses of red and gold. Summer is gone and the days grow cold.
I think that's okay. And you learned that in school.
Huh?
You learned that in school.
Yeah.
And what was the other one you told me?
Well, I only know a little bit from that with, there's a giant little fella dressed all in yellow with an overcoat of green. That's a dandelion.
Oh, is that right? Did you guys learn, what kind of songs did you sing in school?
Oh, I don't know no more
You
either.
don't? You don't?
A lot of them, like Old Kentucky Home and old iron bucket hung in the well, and I don't know.
But you remember those poems from when you were in school. That's, I said that is good that you remember those poems.
Oh yeah, I remember them.
Gosh.
And wasn't Thanksgiving. Oh, November skies are dreary, November. No, November days are dreary, November skies are gray. But everyone is cheering this glad Thanksgiving Day. And let us all remember amid a merry play to praise dear old November, this glad Thanksgiving Day.
God, Grandma, I can't believe it that you can remember those. That is wonderful. I couldn't remember anything like that from school.
Well, you see, I'm alone here, and a lot of times myself, I memorize to them myself, just not loud, just in my memory.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, you understand what I mean.
Gosh, that's really good. Yeah, I couldn't remember any poems from when I was in school at all.
Yeah, I often think that Old Kentucky Home, how we used to sing that in school. I know the first verse of that too.
Do ya? How does that go?
Let me think a little bit now. Sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. Summer is gone. No. How does that start now? I know it, but now I think of it.
Did anybody in your family play musical instruments? Did anybody in your family ever play any kind of musical instruments at all, or
I didn't get
did anybody in your family ever play musical instruments?
No.
No?
Uh-uh.
So Eddie must get this on the Pangerl side, or what?
Well, yeah, see, Grandpa, he plays a lot of dances, the accordion like that. My husband's father.
Oh, Alexander did.
Yeah, he played a lot of them weddings, or when they had a party, he had to play for them.
Didn't he play the fiddle too, or just the accordion?
Just accordion he used to
did.
play.
Oh, wow. So he had did he have his own band, or
Huh?
did he have his own band, or was it just accordion? Did just the accordion? No other instruments were in the band, or did he just play the accordion? And
Yeah.
Nobody else, just him?
No, he was just alone.
Just alone, huh?
No, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. 'Tis summer, the dark geese are gay, the corn tops ripe and the meadows in the bloom, while the birds sing sweetly all the day. What is it? My old Kentucky home. The sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. My old Kentucky home, good night.
That's really good. I can't remember any songs. I never remember words to songs. Well, that's good, Grandma.
Oh, every day I go down to Craft and make a doll dress.
Do ya? Well, I've got that one doll dress. I've got it hanging in my house.
You ever see all the doll dresses they got hanging down there that I made?
Is that right?
Sell
I'll have
them
to go.
for $5.
I should go down there and take a look sometime.
Huh?
I'll have to go down there and take a look sometime.
Yeah, the next time you come,
Yeah.
you go down there and look at them.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, I imagine they'll sell them.
Oh, I'm sure. You know,
They
when's
got
that?
them cut out, laying with a sewing machine, and I gotta sew them up.
Okay. Now, aren't they having their craft thing here pretty soon?
Huh?
When are they having their craft thing here? Don't they have one?
They ain't gonna have no craft sale.
They aren't.
That's what they said.
Oh. 'Cause
I
always-
don't know, is it too much work or whatever it is.
Oh, for crying out loud.
They'll just try to sell it like that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
See, everything changes, you know.
Well, yeah. Yeah. So.
See, like, and Ida, she used to go down there and help and bake cookies. You can go down there and work too if you want to do something,
Oh,
you
sure.
know. But she isn't in the, here's this way over where they...
Didn't she used to be way down
where
that
the-
hall?
Yeah, the ones that she needs a lot of attention, and that's where they put her now.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Her mind is wandering, so...
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you used to bake a lot of cookies for us
Huh?
kids. I said you used to bake a lot of cookies for us
Yeah,
kids.
mm-hmm.
You probably miss baking,
Yeah, I said too. She used to come in here pretty every day when she was right over here from me, you know.
huh? Mm-hmm.
But now she's way down the hall, so I don't see her.
I suppose not. Yeah.
But then when she used to come here too like that, she'd sit in that wheelchair just wheeling back and forth all the time.
Hmm.
Well, her mind is going.
Yeah.
It's too bad too. Oh, Judy, of all the people in it, with their minds gone.
Yeah, Grandma, you so lucky.
Then I says,
Yeah.
I should be thankful that I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm awful forgetful though.
Well, you know, but at least you know what you're doing, right?
But I feel sorry for her too.
Yeah.
And she hasn't got nobody no more. The
No.
Pepins are all gone.
Yeah, they are.
There were a lot of them.
Yeah, there's
I
nobody.
remember a lot of them Pepins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I should ask you. But,
Like me, some I get so lonesome too. Then my brothers and sisters are all gone. My old friends are all gone. I'm just here by myself.
well, you still have us.
Huh?
You still have us.
I know it. So I
What,
said to
you know, I should ask you, what kind of subjects did they teach in
Huh?
school? What kind of subjects did they teach in school? Like, what did they just have the arithmetic and the spelling and in school? You know, what what did you have to learn in school? The subjects.
Oh, to tell you the truth, Judy, we only had 7 months school and I didn't go to school. I think when I was 13, 14 years old, I never went to school no more. I only got to the 4th grade.
Yeah.
What I know now, I learned by myself by reading like
Oh,
that.
sure.
Just like my dad always said, If you don't read nothing, you don't know nothing.
Well, that's probably true. Do you remember your teacher? Do you remember what her name was?
My teacher,
Yeah,
I know the first teacher was Mary Ryan.
Mary Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then was that Alice. She was from Grandsford, but God, I forgot her last name now.
okay.
Then was Laura Cole, I know we had. And the other ones I can't think of either no more.
Oh. Well,
See, that school is, all them country schools are closed, you know,
oh yeah.
for years and years already.
Well, where was that school located exactly?
The Nestle School,
Yeah.
it was just west of, about 3.5 miles west of Rush City towards Rush Lake.
Oh,
See
okay.
that road that goes from Rush City to Rush Lake? That's where that schoolhouse was, out about 3.5 miles maybe.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
But it's not there no more.
Oh God, for years already.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But that old schoolhouse, that Ross schoolhouse, that's still standing there all in brush and weeds.
Is that right?
But this here where our school was, that's land was taken up by the ones that, you know.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And that old Greeley school is still standing.
Yeah, well, the old West Rock School's still standing. Someone lives in that.
Yeah, the West Rock too is
Yeah.
standing yet.
But someone lives there.
Yeah, that's
They
right.
turned it into a house.
Hmm.
Yeah. Otherwise, most of them got abandoned or
Gee,
turned
when
toward
you
off.
think of it too, the way they used to give them Christmas programs and
I remember the Christmas
carrying
programs at West
stuff
Rock.
to school and
Yeah.
gosh,
I remember those Christmas programs we used to have at
Yeah.
West Rock. Those were fun. Yeah, that was, seems like ages ago.
then people had to bring lanterns. That's the way they had. There was no electricity in them schools.
So you had to, you had to
Lanterns.
teach by lanterns, huh?
Yeah.
And then probably an old wood stove.
When I think of sometimes all the different things.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Then I know sometimes too in the winter, some teacher only had a half an hour noon. Then we got out at 3:30 already.
Stuff lay around the house.
Okay.
It all depends on the teacher. Some of them did that way.
What time did you usually have to start school then? What time did you usually have to be there?
Huh?
What time did you have to be at school?
What time we started?
Uh-huh.
9
Oh,
o'clock.
9 o'clock.
It was always 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yours.
Hmm.
I pushed it out.
Yeah.
Because some had it like that. In the winter, only half an hour noon, then they got home.
A little bit earlier before it got
yeah.
dark. 'Cause you had to walk, I suppose.
Men walked, that's all. Nobody didn't. There was no cars.
Or school buses.
No school buses, no cars.
Did your parents ever have a car, or
Huh?
did your parents ever have a car, or it was just always horse?
If we had a car at home,
Yeah, did you ever have a car at home?
yeah, they bought a car, and I wasn't home no more then.
Oh, they did have a car.
No Maxwell, I remember that.
An old
yeah.
Maxwell? Boy, I bet you that'd be worth some money now. I
Uh,
said, I bet that would be worth some money now.
yeah,
To have a car like
that's
that.
why I cut that Ford out there. I can remember Uncle Dave coming down with a Ford like that.
Is
yeah.
that right?
With an
Wow.
old Ford car like that.
I remember Grandpa Pepin's old Ford.
Oh, that's right, he had one too.
That was a neat car. Us kids used to get the biggest kick out of that horn.
That's so, and I remember him too with that Ford.
Yeah. Didn't go very fast, but it, you know, got him
Got
where he-
there.
Yeah, got there eventually. Yeah, that was,
I often think of her. She's dead a real long time. She said, those old Fords were all right when we got stuck someplace. We all got out and pushed out, and then we went again. Well, there was no roads that time,
Well,
just
sure.
like now.
well, yeah, and I suppose if you get there, when there's a blizzard, you got snowed in for weeks.
When it rained, you couldn't go with no cars.
No, I suppose not.
No, because you get stuck right away.
With all the mud and stuff.
Oh, when you think the way things have changed.
Well, Grandma, you've seen a lot in your lifetime. You really have.
Some say for the better and some say it's for the worse, so I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, it's,
But you know, when you think of it, Judy, there always were a lot of good people. You never mention them. Only what the bad people do. That's always in the paper.
yeah,
But there's never nothing good in them when somebody does something good.
that's true. That's very true.
There are a lot of good people.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
Often think too, and I can see it. When I had Barbara sometimes bring the daily paper when they shot that policeman. Well, he arrested them, 4 guys. They were in a gang. I don't know what they done.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said, we'll get even. They shot him, but they got him right away, all 4 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, just there's so much crime. It's terrible. You probably never had crime back
Yeah.
when you were younger, did you?
Huh?
There wasn't as much crime back when you were
Oh,
younger.
but now there's, well, sometimes Barbara brings a daily paper and I don't think there's one day goes by somebody don't get shot or killed or stabbed or something in the cities.
Yeah.
Not only in the cities, all over in them towns.
Well, Pine City.
Yes,
I mean, you know.
Indians were.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
And you know, Judy, I always feel so sorry for them young people that do something like that. They got all their life in front of them, and then they commit such crimes, and then they gotta stay in the prison.
Yep, that's about it. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I got a card from Mildred.
Did you?
Yep, yep. So I should give her a call one of these days. I should give her a call, but she sent me a
Yeah.
card and she's doing fine.
I haven't
and-
seen her for a while. She wasn't down because she had heart trouble.
Oh, she had heart trouble too.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know about that.
yeah. Then she wasn't supposed to drive no car.
See, I didn't know about that.
See, there's that card from Ireland.
Oh,
There's Ireland on there.
Greetings from Ireland. Oh gosh, they've got the whole. Yeah, is that ever neat? This is where her dad lives. Is Limerick,
Where?
right there. Limerick.
Oh, yeah, she might. Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
Didn't read it on the other side.
yeah. Oh. Well, that was nice. She sent you a card.
Kind of glad to get that card.
Well, sure. Yeah, and you know she called me right after she got back the next
Yeah,
day
you call her then.
and stuff, and I'll have to call and tell her I was up to see you and.
Yeah, I said too. Sometimes I think to myself, where does the time really go to?
Yeah, that's for sure.
And I often think, how long am I gonna be here yet?
Oh, you probably hit 100.
Oh, don't talk like that.
Well, Grandma, you know.
Time gets so long for me sometimes, I think. My brothers and sisters are all gone, my old
Yeah.
friends are all gone. I'm just here by myself.
Yeah.
Then I often think I should be thankful that I ain't down in bed. I know a lot of them are here in bed. You know,
Mhm.
can't get up at all.
Yeah. No, I think you're doing
Yeah.
really good. You know. So. Yeah, I can't believe you're gonna be 98.
Huh?
I says I can't believe you're gonna be 98 in a few months.
Who?
You gonna be 98
Yeah,
this next year. Yeah.
1st of March, my birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I suppose I think I've got everything
Yeah,
on
I
tape that I
suppose.
wanted. So.
Well, thank you ever so much for stopping.
Well, you're welcome, Grandma.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I hope you get back safely. And
Oh, I'm used to driving, you know. I imagine
I
there's
know
gonna be
it.
a lot of hunters
But
on the
you
road.
never know.
Well, that's true. You don't nowadays, you know. But anyway, I think I can turn
Yeah.
this off.